Day 28, Radville BMX 30-day, 30 bike challenge. Here we are today on site at the beautiful Calvert Marine Museum with the Drum Point Lighthouse in the background. And in the foreground, we're looking at the 1987 Dyno D-Tour in original chrome finish. So I know we showed a purple D-Tour earlier in the series, and this chrome really stepped up its game to make it to the lineup. I'll tell you the backstory on it. We'll go through it, all the components, what's right, what's wrong, and we'll get into it. So here we go. First of all, from the ground up, Panaracer HP 406 20 by 175, great street tread on these tires, repop. Inside, OGK with coaster in yellow, and love these, right? So originally this bike was sort of going towards the yellow. Just wasn't sure what to do with the chrome. We got the yellows, blues, black in there, and particularly the purple was more my favorite on the D-Tour. But I really like this chrome and wanted to treat it right and just see what it could be. And was thinking to put white tires and maybe even considering black mags, but really like these yellow mags and the coaster, and decided to kind of stick it out and add in some the black components here to kind of make it pop. So we'll go through this restoration here, original frame and fork, and the bike has been rebuilt. In the midsection here we got a GT cheese grater crankset with some GT pedals, little later than 87 on the pedals. Cheese grater is correct for 87 and 175 millimeters on the cranks. So good there. Moving up top, we have the GT stamped seat post, correct for an 87. This would probably be more appropriate on a team model, but had it, liked it, could have gone with an Odyssey as you saw on the purple one. But I liked having some of the upgraded features here, including this. We got the drain pipe, Dyno drain pipe with the Dyno seat, and that was another change. Did have a yellow seat on there, and this bike was just suffering an identity crisis. So I think with the black Dyno and the chrome details, with the black seat and tires, it just brought it out more. So of course we got the yellow chain on there, and for those of you looking for the Master Link, there it is, front and center in silver. I love that. Probably should have turned it around backwards, but what can I tell you? I'm an 80s guy. I love my Master Link. So moving up, right? So the details here. So again, this is like in really good shape for an 87. I am not aware of this being re-chromed. I think the chrome is original. The decals are in super good shape, so going to be a little suspect on those, but you know, very easily this just could have been kept well, but who knows. But when you kind of look up close, you see the chrome, you can tell that it's you know, definitely feels original, but I'm not sure. You know, I'm not 100% on that, so I'm not. And one thing I am not is a chrome expert. In fact, to me, the whole point of the Dyno D-Tour is getting those bright colors, but chrome was definitely one of their staples, and so wanted to share this with you today as we get through the series here. There's, you know, several things that we wanted to share with you, but I know the D-Tour did really well, and I know we showed a Dyno earlier this week, a different model, different year, but really this one has been at Radville for a while, and it's earned its day, and real happy with the restoration on it. So that's really why I made the cut today. So let's go through and we'll continue what we like about it. So up front we got the Panaracers again with the yellow OGK mags, black dice covering the valves. Moving up the forks, we have didn't put any standards on here. Probably could, but not at the moment. Again, just kind of taking care of that chrome. Got a spin tech on the stem without actual brakes because we have a coaster. So probably could have changed that out to put a non-spin tech stem, but didn't do that. Did have another one that we could have changed it out, but I had changed out the Pretzel bars, so they were blue. And again, that was part of the identity crisis. It was sort of blue, yellow, you know, what did it want to be? Always trying to get those West Virginia colors to represent, but it just wasn't playing right. This one really went through a lot and tried to get it correct a few times. So I think this was the third time, and I think these black Pretzel bars, original with the no chicken sticker on the front, is just popping. And there's those black AME grips that we meant to put on the other bike the other day, and I guess it worked out pretty good because they definitely work with these black Pretzel bars instead of the yellow grips. Was thinking of putting on with the other bars, and you know, it's just more color correct. It's about the bike, it's not about the color, you know, it's not about trying to make it, you know, draw your attention away from the frame and fork. So I think it's a nice subtle representation, and in my opinion just looks very you know, classy and old school, vintage, the way it should be, and you know, mostly correct to the point here. So real happy with that. Like I said, wanted to share with you some of the fun facts around here, right? So day 28, Radville BMX 30-day challenge, shooting here at Drum Point. Do a lot of great concerts here. In fact, speaking of old school, seen Bad Company here, Steve Miller, Peter Frampton, Journey, list goes on. Just been some great venues here. And in fact, next weekend, we're looking forward to the Beach Boys coming to town, so that'll be pretty cool. So big shout out to the Calvert Marine Museum. It's great to see, you know, back alive and the concert series back on this season. So they generally do a few, and we're real excited about it. And was trying to think where would be a good place to shoot this evening on a Friday night. And, you know, was thinking, hey, got to go down to the lighthouse to kind of represent. And this really speaks to it. So that's a screw pile lighthouse. So that would be the kind, you know, designed for the Chesapeake Bay. It's very soft bottom, very muddy, and that would allow you to get it above the water and, you know, the depth that you need in the pylons to, you know, make it secure. So it's been pulled out of use over here at the museum, right here at the tip of Back Bay. You might even recognize the other side there. We shot there earlier in the series, facing this way, and of course the bridge being behind us and the sun setting, you know, behind us. Nice backdrop. And this weekend, we have some more cool stuff for you, right? So tomorrow is the Southern Maryland BMX Old School Race. So we're going to shoot day 29 from the track. And day 30, we're actually planning to make our way over to the bay side and show you some of the bay. And got some really cool stuff in store for the finale. Got a couple of great old school bikes lined up. So really just psyched and looking forward to it. And can't thank you all enough for joining us for this 30-day BMX challenge. And we're definitely going to be posting some more things throughout Radville BMX, probably go to a weekly cadence. This was all about just really getting these bikes correct, getting them showing, and you know, putting it out there as a challenge. That's what it's about, right? So every day you got to have the bike ready to go. You know, you can't put it up there incomplete. So every day is a challenge. You know, after work, making sure that in the evenings we get some free time to show you these bikes, and it's been just super cool. We've been super pumped to do that, and we think we've shared with you some great bikes and some great old school stuff. So what we'll do is we'll continue to mix it up, show you some different venues, different you know, rides and locations, and keep the old school going. And we'll start to introduce some of the mid school and new school stuff as well, and kind of bridging some of the technology, and just overall keeping you know, the BMX spirit alive and well here at Radville BMX. So thanks again for tuning in. Hope you're able to like us if you do, and subscribe if you want to keep in touch. So thanks so much. Take care.